Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
And we begin at 5 with Mel Tucker firing back at Michigan State's plan to fire him. A scathing response claiming a double standard and saying other motives are at play. The 600-word response from Tucker's attorney lays out point by point what they say Michigan State did wrong, both during the investigation and in the days after the report in USA Today was published.
And it's all happening as Tucker's $95 million contract hangs in the balance. Jacqueline Francis following these latest developments for us. And Jacqueline, it doesn't sound like he's holding back here.
Kimberly and Devin, Mel Tucker began that letter by saying he's disappointed but not surprised by MSU's decision or their plans actually to fire him, going on to call the process biased, saying there are other factors at play. Mel Tucker is responding to MSU's move to fire him. In a page-long public statement released today, he says in part, quote, "With no new information, MSU moved to terminate me," sanctimoniously and illogically claiming this action has no impact on the ongoing investigation. This investigation is designed to determine if I violated policy. I did not. This comes after Brenda Tracy accused Tucker of sexual harassment during a phone call back in 2022. Tucker says their relationship was consensual and she manufactured false allegations. On Monday, MSU announced its plans to move forward with Tucker's firing, prompting this response, in which he claims MSU did not take his previous concerns about leaks seriously. He goes on to say when Ms. Tracy expressed such concerns, the university hired an outside law firm to investigate, saying in part, quote, "So when I complain, nothing happens. When she complains, MSU acts. This double standard reflects the bias against me throughout this process." There's a lot packed in there, including where Tucker says he requested a medical leave for a serious health condition just days before MSU sent him the notice of their intent to terminate him. So you can read that full letter right now on our website. Click on Detroit.com. Reporting live in Detroit, Jacqueline Francis, Local 4.
Okay, Jacqueline, thank you.
We continue to follow breaking news from Livingston County, where some residents are being evacuated because of an overturned tanker. State police say this truck is carrying 3,500 gallons of sulfuric acid. Now, the tankers are not leaking right now, but they are moving people just in case. It's happening on the ramp from Center Road to northbound US 23. In fact, southbound 23 is also going to be closed at White Lake Road, so you'll want to avoid that area if you can. If it's part of your usual afternoon drive plans, we will have updates just as soon as they're available to us.
All right, now to the UAW strike, and the union is ramping up the pressure with a new deadline of Friday.
So let's get you caught up on today's big headlines. First, Union President Shawn Fain responding to former president's plans to visit next week. In the meantime, 2 White House aides are no longer planning to come this week to help with negotiations, something President Biden said would happen the morning after the strike was called. Let's get to Will Jones live at Ford's Michigan Assembly Plant in Wayne with more on, let's start with where the negotiations stand as far as we know it today. Will.
Well, Devin and Kimberly, still no major breakthroughs, but the conversations are ongoing. Take a look at the activity behind me at the Ford Michigan Assembly Plant. Union members are still demonstrating. If no progress is made, the UAW president is promising to inflict more pain on the automakers with this strike. Workers remain energized, picketing in front of the Ford Michigan Assembly Plant in Wayne, one of 3 plants in the Midwest belonging to Detroit's big 3 automakers that the UAW is striking.
It's a struggle, but we're going to make it. We're going to go all the way.
These Ford retirees coming out to stand with the UAW.
I'm just so happy to be here.
The union stood by me while we were working here, and I got to stand by my union.
The strike can move into a new phase Friday, which would be 1 week after it started. UAW President Shawn Fain promising to expand the strike if negotiations don't pick up with the automakers.
I believe and have faith in him. He knows what he's doing.
I don't think the threats of new plant closures or even actual plant closures are going to change the car companies' minds on the basic economics they need in order to switch to EVs and survive going forward.
Next week, former President Donald Trump is planning to deliver a speech to union workers in Detroit on the night of the second GOP debate. Fain responding in part about Trump's upcoming visit Every fiber of our union is being poured into fighting the billionaire class and an economy that enriches people like Donald Trump at the expense of workers. UAW members tell me they have been overwhelmed by the amount of support they have received from the community, and they say that is making all the difference as this strike continues. We're live in Wayne. Will Jones, Local 4.
All right, Will. Classes at Ecorse High School were canceled for half the day today as students learned a senior was killed in a shooting late last night.
Happened around 11:30 near the intersection of Fort Street and West Outer Drive. Pamela Osborne is live at Ecorse High School where grief counselors are on site. Pamela.
Kimberly and Devin, those grief counselors will be on site for the remainder of the week, and they no doubt will be called upon. As we've learned, this is the second Ecorse High School student to be killed in recent weeks. We do not know the name of this student. The district is not releasing that at this time, but we do have some information about what happened to him. According to Detroit police, they say that Ecorse High School senior was stopped at a light on West Outer Drive at Fort Street last night around 11:30 when an unknown vehicle pulled up next to him and started shooting. The 18-year-old student was shot. So was a 43-year-old man who was pumping gas at a nearby gas station. Both were rushed to the hospital in critical condition, where sadly this morning that student died from his injuries. Today we spoke with Chris Turan. He's a father and a grandfather. He tells us 4 weeks ago his grandson, an Ecorse High School student himself, was killed in that same area in a traffic accident.
All I know is that my granddaughter came home crying. She says that someone that she went to school with got shot. It seems to be a regular circumstance. It happens all the time. She just lost her brother a month ago. He got hit. Someone turned into him, and he was on a four-wheeler, and someone turned into him and killed him. You know, so that's 2 kids out of that Ecorse school up there, and the school is in mourning.
And they certainly are, as is that family. We did reach out to police, and they haven't given us any information about a suspect or potential suspects. And at last check, that 43-year-old man who was also shot remains in critical condition. Reporting live at Ecorse High School, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
Okay, Pamela, thank you. Well, here in the past hour, Detroit police are responding to a concerning video of an arrest by officers.
In that video, you can see officers arresting a man who witnesses say was trying to get into his own car after locking his keys inside. Let's get to Victor Williams following this story for us today. Victor.
Yeah, Devin and Kimberly, 2 officers have now been placed on administrative duties, meaning they're now off of the streets after all of this took place following a misunderstanding. Now, we do know that these officers are going to have to face the consequences of their actions, all pending the investigation.
They banging his head up against the brick wall. I'm thinking his family is all like, I said, no, this 2 police. I said, what y'all doing, man?
It's the video causing quite the stir of an intense arrest taking place on East State Fair Avenue.
My nephew was hollering and saying he couldn't breathe, and I said, Lord, you see he can't breathe. I started thinking about the time when they killed that other boy.
Apparently, police saw a young man trying to break into his own car after locking his keys inside. Those keys, even at this moment, still in the ignition.
If this man breaking in the car in broad daylight, why is 20 people out here? 20 people out here to be his witness, and they told him, no, that's his car, that's his own vehicle.
That was his own car!
Instead of de-escalation, the opposite happens with the police getting more than rough with the victim in his mid-30s and even some of his elders.
They pushed my auntie down. They need to be prosecuted. My uncle got Parkinson's. He was also pushed down. My grandma was also on the porch. Everybody around was maced.
The victim, unfortunately, is still recovering from multiple wounds, both mentally and physically.
Man, he's not doing well, man. They beat him bad. He's thinking it's January. And look what month it is, September.
DPD responding to the matter tonight by saying they're looking into the situation.
The officers involved, we have obtained their body-worn camera for review. Again, this is under investigation, and we will continue to be transparent with the community.
Now we're told that young man was arrested but was released just a few hours later, and he's not going to be facing any charges whatsoever. So it really makes you wonder if any of this was necessary. Victor Williams, Local 4.
That's a good question. All right, Victor.
All right, let's turn our attention now to the weather as we take a live look outside from our sky cam, looking at Michigan Avenue and the train depot. Looks like back there 70 degrees or near it. Mostly sunny for most of the day. We're definitely happy with that. Most people are. Some spots, though, may see a little bit of rain before we're done with the day.
And another nice one. Let's get over to Kim Adams as we make our way through. It's going to get warmer up later this week, right?
Yeah, this should be the last day we spend with temps below normal for quite some time, but we're still technically below our normal high, which is now 73. Out at the airport, it's only 69, but we have popped up to the low 70s downtown Detroit, 68 in Lapeer, 66 in Pontiac, upper 60s in Ann Arbor. There is some rain. It's out to the west. If you're on the west side, you've probably noticed things clouded up in the last couple of hours. And we've got a couple of sprinkles just outside of Ann Arbor, but primarily back out in Jackson. Not making it here to most of Metro Detroit. There could be a spotty shower tonight and then again early tomorrow morning, but spotty, not a consistent rain, not a heavy rain. And temperatures tomorrow go above normal for this time of year. We'll make it into the mid 70s, but take a look at our temperature trend. By Thursday, we're close to 80. We'll talk about our rain chances in a few minutes.